Okay, so I think most students are done here. Let me just run these three tables first. And I have executed them. I hope my screen is visible to you. I think it is, right? In
Yeah.
PDF is also. So these are the three tables that we have created, but we will come on to them in a moment. And first, let us discuss the topic that we have on our end, that is join. Okay, so the basic idea behind join is that we can combine the rows from two or more table based on a related column between them. Right. So if we have, let us say, a customers table and a sales table, and we want something from both of the tables in a combined format, in that case, we will use a join. And majorly, there are six type of joins. First, we will discuss these inner outer, full outer and left outer, and then we will discuss the other two that are a little bit different from the basic four ones. Right. So as clear in the Venn diagram, inner will only have the common values, left will have all the values on the left, right will have all the values on the right, and full outer will have all the values in both the columns. Now, let us understand one by one for more clarity. Right. First of all, we have this inner join, return only the rows that have matching values in both the tables. So let me zoom this in. And now look very carefully. We have this user table and we have this order table. Right. In the user table, you can see there is user ID and name, and in the order table, there is user ID and order ID. And I want to get username and order ID both. So I will join the table. Now, what is the common column here that I will use to join? User ID, right? Now, look carefully here that this table has three user IDs, 123, 124, 125. And this has 123, 123 and 126, right? So when I will do a inner join, what I have told you, it will only pick up the common values. So what is common in both the user ID columns?
User ID.
123. Yeah, user ID is
Yeah.
the common column, but values that are common. So
Yeah.
123.
1, 2, 3.
So we will get 123. Okay, both of them we are getting because the 123 user has placed two orders. So we'll get both of them. Right, but we will get only the common ones. 124, 125, 126 will not be the part of the table that we have joined if we are talking about inner join. Right, so I hope it is clear. Only the common value. Here, there are two more users in the user table, but because they have not placed any order, they are not there. And there is one user who have placed order, but his name is not there. So that is also not there in the common combined table. Is inner join clear to you?
Yes.
Okay, now let's move forward with the left join. Okay, so left join is very simple. When we are talking about left join, it will return all the values from the left and only the common values from the right. So what was happening till now that we were only getting common values. Now we will get common values, but we will get all the values from the left too. So here in this example, can you tell me what are the common values here?
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4.
Yes, exactly. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4 is here, common values. Now we have 125 also, which means the left table that has 125 will also be there. Okay, so anything that is there in the left table will also be there, regardless of if it is there in the right table or not. Now 126 is there in the right table, but it is a left join. So it does not matter what is there in the right table. We will not take 126. Okay. And because 125 is there in there only in the left table, so it has a username carry, but it does not have a order ID because it is not there in the order column. So we will have a null value for the same. So inner join में there is no such issue of null values, but in left or right join there could be null values. If it is there in the left table, it is not there in the right table, then this column that we have selected from the right table will have a null value. Okay. So left join is clear. Right now, just focus on what they mean. We will do the syntax, but theoretically, left join, everything in the left and common, and inner join is only the common values. Clear to you? Okay, I hope it is. So let's focus on right join, which is exactly opposite of the left join. Now we get everything from the right table. So we will get the common values, that is 123, 124. We got both of them. Now instead of 125 that is there in the left, I will get the value that is there in the right, that is 126. So this 126 would be there in the user ID. Even though there is no username, it will have a null value. Order ID is there as it is there in the right table. Okay. So here in the right join, everything from the right table would be there. And if the column is not there in the left, then we will have a null value on the column that we have selected from the left table. Okay. And in the full outer join, we get everything. So here what will happen? Common values 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, they would be there. But all other things would also be there. So 125 also here and 126 also here, right? Even though there are null values because we don't have a order for carry and we don't have a name for 666 order. So that is why there are null values. But everything, every data from both the tables would be there in the combined form. So now if you look back in this, I think you will now understand what is inner, right outer, left outer, and full outer join. These four are clear?
Yes.
Okay, so let us into the SQL query part and try some of them out. Okay. For that, the syntax is basically select star. So a star or whatever column you want from user table A, inner join order table B on A dot user ID is equal to B dot user ID. So we have to give the common column, right? So I will write here and explain you how the syntax works. So first question is that we are going to do for inner join. Okay, let me write like this. So inner join, right? And employees with let us see, employees with departments, but only those employees that have been assigned to a department. Okay. So this is the statement here, and let me just close this comment so that we can write here. Now, if I do a inner join on the employees table here and the department table, let me just run these two only, right? Employees and department. First of all, can you tell me what is the common column that I will use?
Department ID.
Department ID. And in the inner join, what all values will I get?
101, 102.
Okay, so
That
no
sounds.
103, right?
Yeah.
Yes, yes. We're not going to 103.
Okay, so let us do this and try it out, right? So the syntax here, if you look carefully, is select, as we already do. Either we can do star, either we can do star, or if you want specified columns, then you have to write the name of the table. So if I want employee name and department name, Okay, I only want employee name and department name. So I will have to write employees. I will have to write employees dot employee name, comma, departments dot department name from employees. Okay, and I will write inner join departments. Okay, so I'm from employees, I'm joining departments, but after that I have to mention after on the common columns. So what we are joining through, what is the common column? Department ID, right? So you have to write on employees dot department ID is equal to departments dot department ID. Okay, so select table name dot column name that you want from table 1 inner join table 2 on table 1 dot common column is equal to table 2 dot common column. When I will execute this command, I will get Elise Bob David HR engineering. Okay, so let me run these simultaneously. Okay, can I not? Right, so let me run from here. Now you can see that what I'm getting. First of all, Charlie not there because no department, and 103 not there because no employee. Right. So that is how our inner join works. This is clear, the syntax of inner join.
Why it has not given
Yeah.
department ID? It has given department name instead.
Because I have mentioned that I want the department name. If you want department ID, just add one other column or remove this. Like if I write here that I want departments dot department ID, then I will get that also. Okay, not comma but dot. Okay. So if I run this, now you will see that I get department ID also. If you don't want this, you can just write select star and you will get the all the columns from both the tables. See, everything you will get. So that is how the inner join works. One thing, if okay, I'll tell you later also. So let us skip that and move forward with left join. Right. So in the left join, what we will do? We will do employees and their departments. But also include employees who does not have any department assigned to them. Right. So I think we have to insert a multi-line comment here also. I will have to add here also. Right. So this is what we have. And the syntax exactly the same. Select employees dot employee name, department dot department name, that is table 1 dot column, table 2 dot column from table 1. Instead of inner, I will write left. Right. Left join table 1. Sorry, from table 1, left join table 2 on table 1 dot common column equal to table 2 dot common column. You execute this, and now you will get a different result. So let us run both of them simultaneously. We will see what we are getting. Here you will see that you are getting all the employees, regardless of this, if they have a department or not, because I have done a left join, and left table is the table that is mentioned before. So this is the left table employees. This is T1, and after departments is mentioned, so this is T2. Right. So table that is mentioned first is T1, that is the left table. And as I've told you, everything from the left table would be there. That is why we are getting the result as all the employees, but with department null also, because Charlie does not have a department to his name. right? This is clear to you, these two things?
I'm not getting that how to means understand which one is the left table.
Like in terms of question or in the query itself?
In syntax query. Means how will I know
The
that?
table that is mentioned first is the left table. Like I have written from employees. See, after a join, there is a table, and before join, there is a table. See, before join, there is employees, after join, there is department.
So
Same
likewise
way
you
here.
mentioned if we want to use star, when you select star from employees, and the same way if we want to use star for departments as well. Is it
Yes.
possible? Means to
Yes,
all columns.
if you use star, it will select from both the tables, all the columns. And it is up to you. Even if you are saying that I want to write department first and employees later, you can do the same. In that case, department would be the left table and employees would be the right table.
Okay, so whatever we are writing here from employee, so that table become left join.
Yes, after from, whatever you are writing is the left table. And after join, whatever table you are mentioning is right table. It is up to you. If you want to mention department first, you can mention department first. It will not change anything, but it will make department the left table. So if you want to do the same query, but with employees after join, then you have to use a right join because you want all the employees.
There got it, I got it. So select star from, if I'm going to use select star from employee, so it will take all columns of the both table, but employee will be the left table.
Yes,
Actually.
not yes, all columns, right? So if you write like this, all the columns from both the tables, employee ID, employee name, department ID, manager ID. So this is the first table, and department ID and department name is the second table. If you do the opposite, then this will come on the left hand side and this will come on the right hand side if you exchange employees and departments, because then that will become a left and that will become a right table. So try this, and on the similar note, you have to do the right join and full outer join. Syntax is exactly the same, just change the word from left to right and left to full outer. Okay, so I will give the question statement here for you. In the right join, we have to get all departments and their assigned employees, right? And then in the full outer join, we will get all employees and all departments. Okay, so I've pasted this in the chat box. First try these two. Then on the same note, try these two. Just replace left join with right join. And in the second question, left join with full outer join. See the results and you will understand how exactly it works. When you are done, just let me know so that we can do a few tweaks and understand some questions also on the same. Okay, so let us now. Nilesh has shared his result, so I'll copy paste here for those who are doing it. Select star from departments. I would select particular columns from departments. Right join employee zone. Uh, okay, so in right join, you have to keep it same. Like you have to do from employees. Okay, let me do it like here. Because if you change the tables, then it will become like the result would be same as the left join if you exchange the table. So keep the table structure same. Do employees left and do department right. Okay. And in the full outer join, just replace the word with full outer and you will get the desired result, right? Okay, run this. Right now you will see we are getting all of the employees, even though Charlie has no department, and all of the departments, even though marketing has no employee. Right. So I'm copy pasting this also in the chat box for your convenience, and I'm giving you like 4-5 minutes to practice these four, and then we will move forward with other types of joins. Okay. So I think the joins part is clear, mostly what is left, what is right. So let us move forward with two different types that we have. And that would be our cross join and self join. Okay. But before that, certain things that we can do. First of them is alias. Okay. So use of alias with joins. And this is a very important thing. Joins itself is a very important topic, but alias will help you to write queries in a very simple way. How? Let me explain. So let us suppose I want another column, that is department ID. So I have to write it like this, right? Now you will see how many times I have written employees. 1, 2, right? How many times I have written departments? 1, 2, 3, right? So this repetition of the table name again and again can be avoided if I use alias. Okay, so it does not matter how many times I need this employees or departments, I can just write a single word and complete it. So in the same query, I can write select e dot employee name, comma, d dot department name, comma, d dot department ID. Okay, I just have to mention that when I'm mentioning the table name here, you just have to mention the letter E or D or whatever letter you have used with the table. So you have to write from, right, from employees E, and you have to write full outer join departments D on E dot department ID is equal to D dot department ID. Right, this is a very simple way of doing this, and you get the same results. Okay, you can even get department ID because I've mentioned it here. So now you will see that instead of this, which looks a little bit complicated, you can just write this, which is a lot more simpler. Let me paste it in the chat box for simplicity. And then let us move forward with some other types of joins. Okay, so you can do this later also. Let us now focus on cross join and self join. Okay.
Can you repeat alias again?
Sure, I will. So see, here instead of writing this employees.employee name, employees.department ID, department.department name, you can see that I have to mention this employees again and again and this department again and again. To get rid of it, what I will do, instead of employee, I will just write E everywhere. As you can see here, I've written just E. And instead of department, I will everywhere write D, as I've written here D, D, and D. Just when I'm mentioning the join part, which is this. Okay, let me write it like this, departments. So this from employees, pull out a department. Here, you have to mention that employees E, employee space E and department space D, which means every time I'm writing E, it means employee, and every time I'm writing D, it means department. So that you don't have to write this again and again.
But like other things, like when we are using join and all, we need to mention the name. So here we are not mentioning alias anywhere, right?
I didn't get your question.
The word alias we are not mentioning. We are just
Earlier,
we just have
okay,
the
this is what we have done in the previous classes when I told you that when we do select salary as total money or something, right? So this as is called alias. Here we are not using the word as, but within this we are using E as, employees as E. Even you can write as here. It will do the exact same thing, but it is not required. Even if you don't write, it will mean the same. So what we are doing, just instead of employees in this particular query, I am using E. So this is an example of alias. Alias is just using a different name for a different thing. It does not have a word or something like you are getting this join here. If you are thinking that you will get a word alias, so that is not the case.
okay.
Okay. So now cross join and self join, as you can see, looks a little bit different from our conventional left and right. Okay. So cross join is actually very simple and has a very, very specific use case. Okay. It is not used very regularly. It returns the Cartesian product of both the tables. Okay. Cartesian product means if we have this let us say 1, 2, 3,